Hello all and welcome back. In some of my earlier videos, I started ranking every movie in each MCU phase, and I thought I'd return to that as ranking videos are my favorites to do. In this video, we'll be ranking every MCU Phase 3 movie from worst to best. Just two things I gotta say on this. One, I've included a couple of fan edits as I've fallen down that rabbit hole, and they are worth mentioning. Two, this is easily the best phase so far, no question. As usual, just my opinion and not the right opinion, and I'd love to hear yours. Last place, Captain Marvel. There isn't a bad movie on this list, and I like them all. However, something had to go last, and that, Captain Marvel. This movie has a lot of good things going for it. Brie Larson as Captain Marvel is great casting. Seeing a young Nick Fury in a 90s setting was awesome. The Skrulls play a good role in this movie and weren't the villains I thought they were going to be. It has good action, effects, costumes, and music. My issue with the movie is it's a little bland at points. I liked Jude Law as the villain Jan Rog, but was hoping he'd be the original Captain Marvel, which I wasn't happy they gender swapped. Also, wish we had seen more of the Great Intelligence. But it was awesome to finally see the Skrulls and Kree on screen. In 12th place, Ant-Man and the Wasp. A good sequel to the first Ant-Man, which I think it matches in terms of quality. Ant-Man and Wasp are a great duo. We see more of Hank Pym and the original Wasp comes into it. We have funny side characters. A good villain in Ghost. I like the fact her father was Egghead, the first Ant-Man villain from the comics. Action, effects, costumes, and music all good. It's a fun time overall and a little better than Captain Marvel and made for a perfect palate cleanser after Avengers Infinity War. In 11th place, Doctor Strange. Another good movie that has amazing action sequences and visuals. Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing as Doctor Strange, with them nailing down his look perfectly. Side characters like Baron Mordo, his future nemesis, Wong, his ally, and his mentor, the Ancient One, all nailed. Villain Caecilius is good, as well as the real villain Dormammu being awesome. The action and effects are phenomenal throughout, and the costumes and soundtrack are great. What holds it back is it feels like a retread of the original Iron Man movie in a lot of ways. Next load of movies I think go into the great category. In 10th place, a fan edit called Black Widows. I liked the original Black Widow movie, but it should have been done in Phase 3, not 4 between Civil War and Infinity War, and this edit does just that, fixing its biggest problem. Not only that, it adds in some deleted scenes and improves upon a good movie, making it great. In 9th place, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I love this movie. It is just as good as the original Guardians in my opinion. Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Groot, and Rocket Raccoon, and all back on form joined by newcomer Mantis as they battle Ego, the living planet, who I thought they nailed as a villain, a returning Nebula as well as others in an awesome movie that has Star-Lord discovering his roots. James Gunn, despite my issues with him in recent years, really nails these type of movies. It's a good story, action-packed, funny, has great retro music, and is a blast throughout. In 8th place, Avengers Infinity War. Here's a hot take for you. I think this movie is nearly one of the best superhero movies of all time. However, I have one major issue with it that I can't get over. The story is great, with Thanos, the MCU at the time, big bad on a quest for all 6 Infinity Stones so he can wipe out half of all life while battling both the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy. The problem, you ask? I just feel like we're missing the first 20 minutes or so of Thanos getting the first Infinity Stone and destroying the planet Xander featured heavily in Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Similar to the recent Superman movie, it feels like we jump in and skip a major moment for that universe. That aside, everything else is amazing. The Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy who meet, fight, and team up pretty much all on form. The Russos were always great at juggling many great characters in one movie. Thanos, the villain, is perfect visually and by his personality and actions. The action, effects, costumes, and soundtrack all top-notch. Just a really great near-God-tier movie. Now, all movies going forward as among some of my favorite superhero movies and are God tier in my opinion. In 7th place, a fan edit called The Defenders, cut to the chase. I love the Marvel Netflix miniseries The Defenders, and I rate it highly with the Daredevil series. However, it has a little too much padding in places, and this fan edit perfectly edits it down into an awesome movie. I know, another hot take. In sixth place, Black Panther. I did not expect this movie to be God tier, but hot damn, it really is. Chadwick Boseman was a perfect Black Panther. His allies, like his sister Shuri, his mother, and others, were all great. Killmonger, the villain, one of Marvel's best, easily. With M'Baku, aka Man-Ape, and Claw as great, memorable side villains. The action, effects, costumes, and soundtrack, all great stuff. Wish we had Chadwick Boseman for more Black Panther movies, as he was just brilliant. In joint fourth and fifth place, Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home. I love these movies, as I've wanted Spider-Man to stay in high school for at least a few movies, and we got it with these. One being about the homecoming dance, and the other a school trip to Europe. Tom Holland is an absolutely fantastic Spider-Man, same as the previous two, and I love his interactions with other major players in the MCU. The side cast is great as always as well. We also get Iron Man in the first, and Nick Fury in the second, and both work well. The villains, being Vulture and Mysterio, are both nailed and some of the best Spider-Man movie foes. Action, brilliant. Costume and effects, brilliant. Soundtrack, brilliant. Overall, brilliant stuff once again. In third place, Thor Ragnarok. I know this seems high, but man, I just love this movie, and I think it's the most watchable Marvel movie ever. First off, they really improve Chris Hemsworth's Thor, giving him a character arc that ends with him essentially becoming the king of Asgard and comedic, which he suits. Also, the side cast is amazing. Loki loved seeing him becoming Thor's proper ally and a hero. Valkyrie, a awesome character, fun side character. And finally, the Hulk, who we get to see in his Planet Hulk armor as a gladiator, which, as a comic fan, made me so happy. The villains also awesome with Hela, who in this version is Thor and Loki's sister, working really well and being a powerful foe. We got other villains like the Grandmaster, Scourge, and Surtur, all done really well. Action, costume, soundtrack, etc. You know the drill now. Also, Doctor Strange gets a few scenes, and it's just awesome that all heroes pretty much missing from Captain America Civil War are in this movie. In second place, Captain America Civil War. This movie beats the odds and turns what I feel is one of Marvel's best comic story arcs and makes it smaller scale but work perfectly within the MCU. The two main heroes of not only the movie but the universe itself, Captain America and Iron Man, are on form with their conflict and fights, whether verbal or physical, just perfect. All the other heroes who play a part are juggled perfectly. We get the introduction to Black Panther and the MCU Spider-Man, both done perfect, and both are scene stealers. Baron Zemo is introduced and makes for a perfect villain for the plot. My only wish was he was more comics accurate wearing the balaclava, which a later project luckily fixes. Crossbones and General Ross, who are side villains, work well in the story. The action is really perfect throughout, with the standout scenes being both the airport battle of Team Captain America versus Team Iron Man, and the final battle of Captain America and Bucky versus Iron Man in an emotionally charged battle. Costumes, effects, and soundtrack are amazing as expected. This movie is so god tier, but one other movie on this list just about tops it. In top place, Avengers Endgame. Not only the best MCU movie in my opinion, but the best Marvel movie ever. A perfectly executed 3-hour climax to the Infinity Saga and phases 1 to 3 of the MCU. The Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, and others unite to fight Thanos and his army in a final battle that I think is the best superhero action scene of all time. The movie has everything: perfectly portrayed heroes, villains, time travel, emotional moments, major deaths, and overall a satisfying ending to this saga and many characters. It's more than a movie. It's the ultimate Marvel experience, and when the Russo return with Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, which seem like direct sequels to this movie, I'm gonna be a happy nerd. Thanks for tuning in. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your rankings. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, this is the Easy Nerd, signing off.